Hello, everyone. There's supposed to be something on the screen there, and it is not. Welcome to another wonderful episode of the Wednesday Witching Hour. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is warm. The grass in my backyard is still green, and the snow has come off of it. I don't know what's going on, but my grass is still green. I would not be green. Check in with everybody real quick. Skull, Moose, June, Darlene in the house. School, Moose Cuz, what's up? Hello, Jeff. Fathom, what up? Heck yeah. Well, yeah, no, I did enjoy that intro. I made that a long time ago, and then I used it on the intro to a video. It was going to be a series, but the boys have ended up moving away, and I am I started working the night shift. That's what killed our relationship. Like when I could catch them after school before dinner, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, hanging out in my fish room was like cooler than like hanging out at the house. So, but it's the whole fool around and find out series, which is still upcoming. It's closer today than it ever has been, but I can't give you a date or tell you when I will begin to work on it. But yeah, just like fish room videos, you know what I mean? Like, and it's fooling around and finding out, which is what we all do, which is why my camera that I set up on a tank, like not even 10 minutes ago, is black now. I don't know why. Got to go figure that out. Oh, hey, they are cool and they still have that cruise shirt they're going to grow out of, like, if they haven't already, but they'll always be my crew, man. They'll probably show up at something in the future or something like that. Like if there's a fish swap going on in town and stuff like that, the boys might try their luck again and come out for it. They're always welcome at my table. I think that Eddie would agree that they were fun to have around. Right, exactly. Only Oscars. I mean, we just have a camera down. You know what I mean? And what do cameras do? They take pictures of stuff and they go down. You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest, like the camera is my daily phone, you know what I mean? So we're on a shoestring budget here, y'all. We keep it lean, we keep it mean. We're doing 2025. So yeah, this is the Wednesday witching hour. The theme tonight is be brave, not stupid. Okay? There's a difference. I am planning on being brave at a couple of fish events and being brave from behind a computer screen in my fish room because I like it there. You know what I mean? It's nice in there. So my plan for 2025 is hunker down, stay awake. So let's see what's up with that camera. I was really happy to share this tank tonight too. So we'll make it happen no matter what. Um, what happened? We're here. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. This is live. We'll do it live. This is what I've been trying to show you guys. Hold on. All right, and just so hello again. Hi everybody. Hang on. This is the setup. This is the stuff. This is the stuff that YouTube is made of right here, dude. The whole thing is running on stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, could I get a camera stand for freaking $30 on Amazon and not get it delivered in 2 days, but get it delivered in like, I don't know. They're like, well, just get it to you next month. You know what I mean? Like, no, man, we're thrifty. We're I'm super amused. I'm super amused. But check out the view, huh? This might be my nicest tank. I'm like lost in it. It's great. So yeah, let's twisted. All right. So step over it and not knock it over. Woo! Man, it's good to be back in the fish room. Get caught up with chat, see what you guys think about everything I just showed you. We just came alive. It's live. All right. It'd be better if this was closer, but I can read from there. Yeah, man. No, the boys are cool and they're forever like part of my crew. There's three of them. Three of them, two different families. So two of them were brothers. And yeah, no, they're awesome. And I believe they all still have tanks, you know what I mean? And they're interested in it, you know what I mean? And they know where to go on the internet to get information and things like that. Like half the people that I've talked about with them, the like half of them, half of the people, the boys recognized, and they're like, yeah, no, I've seen their stuff. I like that they do this or that. Yeah, man, like they probably have the same level of experience as me. You know what I mean? They don't have as much life experience as me and stuff like that, but they're definitely interested. So like I look forward to catching up with them in the future and like just seeing what they're doing and stuff like that. And they still want to come over here. So you know what I mean? Like when they have the desire, you know what I mean? Like we'll work it out and they can come over. Because they didn't leave town. They moved houses like in town. You know what I mean? Like my house is very small, and so is every house here. You know what I mean? Like on in this like 60 house like development area, and you know what I mean? Like got kids, they're growing up. You're gonna freaking like need a bigger house. I don't. I mean, I do. We could all have more space for tanks, right? You know what I mean? But you know, a lot of the challenge of this hobby is just to make do with what you got. You know what I mean? So, yeah, real inspirational week last week. I don't know, man. Like I got like inspired again. You know what I mean? I just had one of those moments where like you walk out, like I walked out here into the fish room and was looking around and I was like, this is crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I hadn't been thinking about that before, but like I was amazed by it again. You know what I mean? I'm like, was interested in potential and whatnot. And yeah, man, the world needs more of that, dude. We got to keep balance with everything that's going on. You know what I mean? Keep your attention where it is useful. That is an Anubius part of the one. It's from LRB's fish room. I bought a big plant from him. Uh, Fishy Biz was on his way to get it, and I just happened to be there buying it at the time. So it looked sus. And I offered to split it with him. And he said, nah, that's cool. And I still have some. I believe I sent him some of it to his students. So it's floating around in a classroom somewhere. It was a very healthy, uh, like mother sized plant. It was all on one rhizome, but it had some curls to it. And there were two of them in there. And they were like a foot and a half long. Like they were they were like that. And yeah, it was really great. Um, and that plant has done very well. And that plant is also in the snail tank, one of them, and it's the original. I I've taken cuttings off of it twice off of the ends, I think, but like I haven't trimmed it in forever. And like that is the snail tank. There's some tiger valve growing through it, but other than that, it's all that plant. It's very beautiful in a 20-gallon tank. I could show that to you guys in a little bit. So yeah, that is an Anubius, and then there's Tiger Val in the back. And what I've been doing with the Tiger Val is I've been taking it and like gathering it up because like I've jungled out like all of my tanks. Like there's so many tanks that like if I showed them to you, it's just there's Tiger Val on some glass. You know what I mean? There's a lot of more Tiger Val behind it. You know what I mean? So but I've been taking it, I've been gathering it into clumps, and then I just bury the whole clump, and it looks pretty good after some time. Um, because I'd done that before, like a couple months ago as well. And yeah, I just gather it up. Like here it is, gathered in a pot. I didn't have anywhere to stick it. I gotta clear out more jungled tanks so that then I have a spot to put that. But I spent all that time gathering all those and like getting them adjusted in my hand and pulling off all the connecting pieces to it and everything. So I wasn't willing to give it up. So I put it in a pot and I filled it with gravel. But yeah, no, I like the look of it a lot. It still springs runners um after a while. And then I guess I gotta kind of keep track of those. And but yeah, it looks like it's doing well, and like there wasn't a lot of die off of leaves or anything. Yeah, okay, only Oscars. Yeah, you're doing that as well. Yeah, this is a holding slash sorting tank, and the last thing I sorted in there was guppies. So guess what it's filling up with? You got it, guppies. Um, oh my goodness. uh these two baby fish that I've gotten in this tank, and I don't know how. Uh they both have let me switch it again. They both have dots near their tail, and I'm thinking that they might be barbs. So I might have a couple baby barbs in here because I grabbed plants out of that barb tank. Hold on. There we go. So where are they? Now they're gonna hide. But they were just out here. It's live. But I would hide too. We'll get them again. I'm sitting right next to them, so I'll get them when they come out. I'll get them. I'll get them. But anyway, they're very small, and I just assumed it was a guppy that came from the tank next to it. But I think they might be rosy barbs, which would be cool. Yes, runners do look like they're escaping. Like in the tank that I've got it in. Hold on. In the tank that I've got it in is running. It's running down the glass. So in the foreground here, there's Tiger Val running from the back, because the back is two of those is wait, over here. The back is two of those clumps, and they've gotten a lot more wild, but they're cool. But they're escaping. They're escaping down the front of the tank. Ah, that one's not even rooted. It's just it's leaving the soil. It's like mid stride. Yes, it is great to see the plants propagating, and like I have almost 30 tanks, so when it does happen, it happens in more than one place, and that way I'm able to share. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that in the springtime. You know what I mean? Like anything that's doing well in my fish room, I would like to share it. You know what I mean? Because sharing is caring. I do not like shipping things. Um, yeah, but I want things from you guys, so I'm gonna need you to do that for me. So I think it's just one of those like laundry or dishes. It's like, well, it still needs to get done, so we got to get it done. But yeah, that is my least favorite part. But my success rate is very high, so I'm pretty happy with that. uh we haven't had a total party kill, and I'm trying to think of losses, but I may have blocked them out. Well, thank you, June. I spent time like thinking about it, seeing what everybody was doing, and I was actually at the Clash, and Dan did a talk on how to ship fish. You know what I mean? So like it is heavily his method. Yeah, you know what I mean? He showed us how to use a heat sealer and let us use the heat sealer. You know what I mean? To like, then like that's a really great way for me to learn. If you talk about it first and then we do it, like it sticks with me like a lot longer than other ways. Because I mean, like, yeah, YouTube has inspired me and given me like watching everybody else's stuff and looking what other people are doing. Like, it's definitely like filled my mind with things, but like I haven't actually done very much. You know what I mean? So like my problem in the process is doing something. The doing part is hard. I love thinking about fish. I love thinking about fish all day, but the doing stuff. I'm at the doing stuff stage of it all. You know what I mean? I'm like, I put a bunch of plants everywhere. I got a bunch of fish. I got a bunch of tanks. You know what I mean? And then like you just kind of leave it alone and like let nature do its thing. That's the Swasser tang and the that I think is dying. But it's kind of shriveled and it got buried in the sand at some point and some of it stuck around. A lot of it went away. It was on the left hand side of the screen as well. But this was the tank that I decorated. Like this was 4 months ago because this is the tank that was Cleo's. So um I quarantined her in here. That sandstone piece I picked out with my sister for the tank at my sister's house. Like, man, I can't remember the name of the fish store, but it's in South Houston and it's in a warehouse and it's freaking awesome, man. Like they had saltwater stuff in there too. You know what I mean? Like it was really cool. Like I love what they're doing. I hope they're still doing well. They looked like they looked like they were busy. You know what I mean? Like it would be a cool place to work, maybe. Yes, the getting off your butt is an issue. But yeah, the boys brought me some endlers and some sword tails, and those are in there as well. That's that crazy male sword tail that everybody thought was pretty cool. It was on the tank up next to me, um, in the sorting tank. I think that is going to be the name of this tank right here that's on top of the television. And so it's just like a catch-all tank for like plants and incoming okay, there they are. Don't move, don't make any sudden movements. Oh no, now it looks like I'm messing with you guys. That's hilarious. Okay, he's underneath the bacopa. That's him. He's got a little dot next to his tail. So now that they've gotten past the eyeball eyelash stage, I'm seeing that this guy might be a barb. Oh, focus on him. So that's what they were doing to me. I thought that they, I thought that they were gonna stay off. When I turned it over here, we didn't see him at first. I was like, "Oh no, you guys are just gonna think that I'm pulling your leg," which is something that I would do. So like, don't put it past me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, let's all have a laugh. But yeah, it makes me look crazy. Where's the hello again? Yeah, so I'm excited about that. Did I do that all with the S small? I did, didn't I? I think that was a pretty clear view of it. Bing bong. So what do you guys want to talk about? So yeah, June, if those are rosy barbs, I think they came in as an egg on a plant. Yeah, June. I mean, like 4 weeks seems like the smartest play. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there are times when you would do something for like 6 months or something like that. But I think at that time, whatever you're quarantining, you're like wanting to see what its offspring are looking like before you add it to like your population or something like that. So the not putting them together for 6 months isn't as much a quarantine anymore as like a uh proof of genes or whatever. So 30 days and you still had an instance where a tank got sick. Mm. But yeah, I mean that would, if it's something that is like on the fish itself that you can't see that isn't bothering the fish, and vice versa with the tank that you're introducing it to, uh if those fish have something that is benign to them or something like that, it doesn't mean when you put them together you're not going to have transference from one to the other. So I mean, I guess that is uh a pro for like quarantining and like doing a medicine, like the Med Trio, right? That was a real big thing. I assume it's still a real big thing with some people. I myself am still in the stage where I'm hesitant. I'm very hesitant to use medicine, and when I do, it's usually too late. That has been my experience thus far. But I've had way more wins than losses. So, like, I just found those. I just started thinking that those might be rosy barbs, which makes me happy because I want more. I want to grow that colony out a bit. So I'm thinking about taking some females and putting them in a 10-gallon, then adding like the the two most colored up males and put them in and see what happens. They're egg scatterers, so I mean, I could throw Saswasser Tang in the bottom of that, and it's a sand bottom right now. Yeah, I mean that is always the case. I June, do the colors change on Oscars throughout their lifetime as like they do on goldfish? Because like my goldfish, like he's been orange when he was a baby. He had like black on him and some fins. There was a short with that. He started eating the plants in the snail tank. So I moved him up. He was a gift from uh I think a guy bought hornwort from locally at a fish event for the gas, the Greater Austin Aquarium Society, of which I may or may not be a member currently. I need to get in good standing for sure. But yeah, there's that swordtail. He's gone now. He gone now. We could feed him a little bit. I haven't seen some green flake in a little while. There's a lot of babies in here too. Tons of babies. I think it needs a couple. So the pattern and color can change. The flashing, that's the glare that comes off of them. The sheen, as it will, the sparkle. So yeah, man, I haven't even made any coffee yet. It's a rough start. Yeah, that's a long fill. Yeah, that's a swordtail. That's in the genes of this group that I've got that I've been distributing. Are you going to want some of those, Fathom, along with the you wanted more guppies, and I've got that glass like book shaped tank, you know what I mean, like it's like very thin, and I could put some males in there and females too, really, and like let you kind of like pick what you want, Fathom, if you're interested in that. I mean, we don't have to make it a live stream, but we could, you know what I mean, like be looking at them might be fun. But that would just be fun like off screen as well, you know. But yeah, man, we can, because I haven't even used that thing. But I think it would be fun, and I think that while I do that and show you those, I could be taking a couple pictures. Be kind of fun. So you've got some Kahakus. I want to say it wasn't Kahaku, but when you say Kohaku, I'm thinking of the what Beavers has them. I'm thinking about the koi swordtails, I think. Or those might just be koi guppies. Okay, so they're kind of like pineapple swords. Okay, yeah. No, that's good stuff. But yeah, I was told that this I was told that this male was mean, and he's a leer tail. You just can't really tell because his uh his sword is so black. But yeah, man, I was told that he was fierce. But I mean, like, this is kind of an overstocked situation, and the others are endlers. So I think that he just might have a problem being with other males, which is cool, man. You know what I mean? Like every fish is unique and an individual. You know what I mean? And like we got to try and like make stuff work out for him. You know what I mean? Like, but he's pretty impressive. So you know what I mean? Like he can be by himself. But I think there's a couple female uh swordtails in here, but I'm not sure because there's also Endler females in here, and can't really tell. So maybe there's not. I thought there was one, but maybe there's not. Because the females should be orange as well. So yeah, no, she might have disappeared. But yeah, I've spent 10 to 20 minutes here and there over the last 4 months, and this tank is the best tank that I have. And yeah, so there doesn't have to be a lot of planning, folks. You know what I mean? To have a good looking tank. It just either looks good or it doesn't. You know what I mean? And this one looks good. And just a couple of inspired minutes, and it's like, you know what I mean, like here and there, and it's like come together. Which is nice. I would like a piece of wood in there. I was thinking about playing with super glue, and these got a box of sticks, and there's spider webs all over them. So I gotta go through it carefully. But I want to pull out a bunch of different pieces of this wood, and I've tried some of this wood in different tanks. It appears to all be the same kind of wood. But I want to take it and break some pieces to and like put pieces together to like make something. You know what I mean? And like I'm kind of interested in that, and I think that that would be fun. So I'm going to design a wood uh, hardscape for some of these tanks, because most of my tanks are 10 gallons and 20 gallons and things like that. And I have some nice pieces, but my pieces are too big. Um, what have I got? I got this at an auction. See, I got this at an auction. It's pretty cool. There you go. It's got some nice character on the inside of the end. But yeah, I mean, like you could also set something like this and like come out of the tank. Let me back up. Um, it was in somebody's tank for a long time, and there's a little bit of glue, like a white stripe of like glue that goes down like this, where a plant was glued to it. But other than that, like no real like wear and tear on it. It's very heavy. I like it. The other piece I have is also a little big. Like this would have to go in like, I mean, it could go in a 20 long, but it's taking up like a third of the floor, but it's very flat. It's almost got kind of a coral look to it. The texture's like real sharp. Looks kind of like stone as well, but it's very flat. Like this, I want plecos on this. But like I said, those pieces are very, very large. And so that makes me like that wouldn't fit in the current tank that we're looking at. So I need some wood that's more about like this, like in between my two hands here. Only Oscars, you're saying you would use it with shorter roots down that one piece, and then that piece would come out of the top of the tank. Yeah, I like that. I think that that would be pretty cool, and I want to do some paludarium type stuff at some point. I'm intrigued by that and stuff like that. So anytime I have some wood like sticking out the top of a tank, I can like work with that where the water meets, like at the water surface, work with a plant. Yay. Oh, Jeff. Well, then I apologize for all the things I said about you. I didn't think that you were here, buddy. My bad. Sorry that you've been lurking, buddy. But I feel like it needed to be said. So there we go. Yeah, with the long arm up. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Only Oscars. That sounds great. Yeah, one of those pieces could possibly go in this 30 long that I have. I got it from Vibes, and it came with a nice stand that my wife quickly took and is using it for plants on the back porch. She did not. She did not care to start a tank. She did not. She did not care to keep the stand with the tank, and she said, "Yeah, we could use that." Yeah, there are, and I was just like, I wanna play with some super glue, and I wanna create a thing. So Lord knows what it's gonna look like. You know what I mean? It'll definitely be a first try. You know what I mean? But like, who knows? I might be really good at this. Like we'll find out. It reeks of doing something, but I mean, like, hey, man, things have to change at some point. Good day, Mark. Orange on both ends while white in the middle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Because yeah, that's the sort of look I was thinking of. I knew that I wasn't like honing, but I'm like, I'm thinking of like some koi guppies. Koi guppies. Yeah, man. Spiders could swim. Yeah, Jeff. I mean, like who I am in somebody else's story. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, like they're making their own story. You know what I mean? Like, let them have it, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not involved. Like, I've become like too detached. Like, honestly, like, um, but I'm happy. So you know what I mean? Like, if it ain't broke, try to love everybody. I was mostly pulling your leg. If you were lurking from the beginning, you'd know that there was I hadn't mentioned you at all, which was my bad. I should have said, "Hey man, has anybody seen Chef Kane's freaking like fish room looking so good, so good?" Yeah, man, like that's a masterpiece, bro. Like hands down, man. Like I'm so happy that it's like coming together for you, and like I think that's great, man. Like that's way nicer than anything that I deserve, like for sure. You know what I mean? But wow, dude, you know what I mean? Like you dream big on that, and it shows, and like it's real handsome. So I love it, bro. No comment, says Mark Sterlson. Oh yeah. Well, okay, you know what I mean? Like you heard it here first on New Local Austin's live stream, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Okay, so she does know. Okay, and she's she's still gonna. Okay, so all right, you know what I mean, and like that's okay. You know what I mean, like love everybody. It's hard. You know what I mean, like some people are prickly.
But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't have enough time to have beef with anybody. I'm like, I'm not interested in it anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like beef. I don't know. It reeks of effort. I can't do it. My focus on in 2025 will continue to be silliness. I think that it's important. Swordtail's gorgeous. CC's Aquascapes, welcome in. Well, that's great. I'm glad that you're out there doing the D&D. That is fun stuff, man. I am currently not in a group, but I have been missing it. And I think that that is an opportunity to hang out with other human beings, possibly in person. However, some of my favorite people to play with live in other cities, so we might just do it. Through a video call. But yeah, D&D like kept me sane during the pandemic, man. I was connected with friends and family in Houston, uh, and we played D&D like once a week, and it was really great. It was my buddy and his kids and some of his kids' friends. We were like a party of seven. So like with a party of seven, like battling like is tedious. I mean, like it's tedious at best anyway, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, when you've got like seven, it's just like it was great. But we called ourselves the Fellowship. And yeah, man, like we did some really great things and we did a lot of horrible things. And yeah, man, I haven't turned it off. It's still like every Friday it was D&D Fellowship. Like it's an alert on my phone. So yeah, I haven't I look forward to doing that in the future. So CC, you're playing online. A bit messy, but it's but super fun. Like that, yeah, that describes a lot of my D&D experience. Like, yeah, dude, I miss that. I miss that a little bit. 6-player party. Okay, you're on a high seas adventure. That's pretty cool, man. CC, do you know Chris's Aqua Zone? He lives here in Austin, along with Vibes, and he does a D&D session on his channel with Chattanooga Ed and Whip, and I'm not going to name everybody, and those that I didn't name, I apologize. You know what I mean? Like that does sound bad. You know what I mean? And I feel bad about it. I'm just gonna let it. I'm gonna let it ride. I I don't have the memory, but yeah, no. I pop in there. I pop in there, and I pop in there and get a little fix and see what they're up to. Yeah, I can't remember what day of the week that is. Is that Mondays or Tuesdays? One of those 2 days. Aqua Zone. Jeff Jeff Kane, citizen citizen of the chat. Good citizen. He's a good citizen. But yeah, no, I like Chris a lot. Uh, Chris George. Yeah, Eddie and Chris George were somewhere else at a fish event and realized that they were both from the same town. And I showed up at an aquarium event, yeah, an aquarium meetup, and Vibes was there, and he was like, "Dude, I'm Vibes Aquatics." I was like, "Oh my god, I've seen you in chat." So yeah, it was really cool. If you do have the opportunity to meet somebody online here, like in person at a fish event or something like that, do it. It's fun. It's a trip. You know what I mean? Like there's a little bit of dissociation because you knew them before, but you're actually seeing them for the first time, like which is kind of a trip. Like it's neat. It's neat. It's disorienting. You know what I mean? It's like getting dizzy. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? At the Aquarium Nation Expo, CC. Okay, that's where you met Vibes. Yeah, that's awesome, man. He's such a cool dude. Like he is a friend to all, man. Like be more Eddie. You know what I mean? For sure. Yeah, I was in the Pond Society with Vibes, and then that was like giving me the opportunity for us to like meet up and talk like once a month. But um getting to a getting to a meeting at 6 or 6:30 in the evening was not working for me on Mondays. It was like it was only one Monday a month, and like I missed like so many months in a row, and I was just like, yeah, man, I don't think I can do the Pond Society, bro. But it was cool. It was an old school format. There would be food, and there would be like a speaker, you know what I mean? And then they do a pond tour every year. There's a couple of cleanups, and then like whenever somebody has a pond that needs to be torn down or redone, like we organize volunteer services to like help with that and stuff like that, and make sure the koi get new homes and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, man, cool club. But like, I was like, I can't make the meetings, y'all. Like, sorry. So many babies. Yeah, that is the truth of it at the CC, and that's what happened here, man. Like, there have been some meetings that I haven't made, but they're on the weekend, and I work every weekend at night, so um, hasn't been hasn't been easy for me. But I think that I would go to a swap anytime there would be like some sort of a swap or something like that. I might be able to like just rough it so that I can go. But yeah, man, we can move it online. You know what I mean? Like Vibes is actually Vibes is actually broadcast a couple of pond meetings online. Well, it's 12:01 a.m. It is now January the 23rd. of 2025 here in the capital city, Austin, Texas, Central Time Zone. Want to thank everybody for being here in the witching hours. Fathom. That's awesome. Yeah, I had called Eddie, and he said that I was like, "What are you doing?" He goes, I'm eating chicken nuggets with Chris George," and I was like, or it was wings. I'm not sure which, and I was like, "Dang, man, sounds like a pretty good time right there." Yeah, man, and exactly, Fathom, and like now, like you have like a 3D memory. You know what I mean, of hanging out with Chris, and that's pretty cool. Oh yeah. Well then yeah, man. Fathom I was there. Yeah, what it was all of us. Like I would say. I can't think of who was missing. Dee Dee was there. Yeah, man, that pizza was wild. Oh, yeah, man. That is uh that is a rough one. Yeah, man, 14-hour drive. I was like, I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, like flying and actually bagging the fish and shipping them seems to be kind of a smart way to go. So you can't buy everything, but I don't know, man. It would help me control my spending too. Like however much shipping would be, you know what I mean? Like for however much shipping would be, I would be like not buying things that uh I wouldn't be buying as much. But yeah, no, that might be because yeah, I was watching Aqua Barn the other day, and I told him that we could ship his fish if he flew because he was thinking about whether or not he was going to drive that or not to go to San Antonio because it is a long way. And he was like, "Yeah, man, I might have you do that. I might have you help me with that." But I mean, like, I'm traveling from Austin an hour away, so I mean, like, I can bring all the bags, like, and the heat sealer. You know what I mean? And like, Just be done with it. Because Tank Barn isn't going to want to. I called him Aqua Barn. Tank Barn isn't gonna go to the ALA and like not pick up a fish. You know what I mean? Like it's surely there's something that he needs. I mean, you can always like you know, yeah. I don't know. I'm having a stroke. My brain is getting froggy. Okay, Fathom. So you're gonna do it again, and stronger man than I. You know what I mean? Like I personally, I salute you, brother. You know what I mean? Like I might not be that into it, man. We got to make some coffee, folks. It's important. Tonight's tank is a 20-gallon long. We're looking at the middle section of it in between the two uprights of my largest stand in the fish room. This tank was donated by my sister Tracy. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, Latoya. Welcome in. I made my thumbnail and set up the stream like 2 hours before the stream. So, you know what I mean? Like, hey, there's a thumbnail. You know what I mean? Like, I will sell. I'm still calling it a win. It's a little last minute, but hey, man. Anubias, Tiger Val, Saswasi Tang. Sandstone, Peace. I was just thinking just now, it's letting up over here, lake to land. I think we get as low as 31 today. So like we still technically have freezing overnight, but it's petering out. But yeah, dude, I was real cold for a minute. So it's letting up. Don't know how long you have to wait for that. But yeah, man, it is cold outside for sure. But I've been living my best hoodie life.
Okay, yeah, 2 degrees. Yeah, Latoya, man, like wrap up in something warm. You know what I mean? Like, hang in there, but hang in there, kid. All right, Cece. Yeah, I'll see you there. I'm gonna take off. Yeah, I'm gonna take off a weekend for that. Yeah, Fathom. I saw Pensacola Beach. I saw a shot of the coast off of in Alabama. I can't remember what town, but yeah, it's so funny how much of like the Gulf Coast like looks the same. I also saw shots on of Galveston. Yeah, dude, it's a trip. But what's funny is my grass is still green. I have this meadow effect going on in my backyard, right? Like the lawn was never doing well back here. Um, but I think that grass that is drought tolerant is also like freezing weather tolerant. So I think it's just been in the mix and it's taking over. And we'll see what happens in the spring. But I mean, like, I've got some wildflowers in my backyard and stuff like that because my yard has flooded in the past. They'll end up holding a lot of water. So yeah, I've gotten some wildflowers in my backyard before. A lot of clover. It's nice. So there's a monster leertail swordtail in this tank, Latoya. He'll swim by in a minute. I've been told not to keep him with with the general he's not for Gen Pop. That's what I was told when I got him. I was told he was mean. Yeah, I don't want to go to work either, but I'm going. Um, Once I get up there, it's fine. It's just an hour across town is brutal, but the roads are going to be fine and everything. So there's there's no reason for me not to go. You've got some weather issues, but I have a pretty good time when I'm there. But somebody's not coming in until like 1 in the afternoon, and they were asking me if I could extend my shift, and I got to be back there at 7:30 p.m. And I'm like, no, 12 hours is good. You know what I mean? Like, kind of need to go home and sleep. Sorry about you. So it looks like we're already going to have some staffing issues. So I'll show up for my 3 shifts. How about that? How about I just do what I've already agreed to do? I'll do that. So always extra work. The beauty of my job. No, I feel you, Latoya. Are you doing good, RB3? I'm glad you're good, buddy. Oh, June, I wanted to tell you that your toffee has been made. It's really good. So I'll let you know when your package goes out. My Christmas my Christmas goose. Oh man, I'm sorry, George. So you're gonna go to a meeting on Friday? Yeah, buddy. My heart goes out to you. My mom is still alive. She's doing okay. Her knee's bothering her real bad. I think she's gonna have to get it replaced. So that's probably happening before spring, I would think. So I'm gonna have to go down there and take care of her during some of that time. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, man, you'll know a lot more about what's going on for you, George, when you go down there to the meeting on Friday. So the purpose of hospice care is to uh, make uh, make your mom comfortable, and she's going to want to be around her family. So we understand if we see you a little less, but hopefully you still make some time to come on and be with us here on the internet, because we do support and love you, buddy. And during those times, you know what I mean, like talking about fish for a few minutes sure can help regulate emotions. But we're here for you, bud, and you just let us know if you need anything. We got you. Okay, George. Well, that's good, buddy. Let us support you through these tough times, bud. That's what it's about. We're all family that we're choosing to be around. You know what I mean? Like, it's good. Yeah, without the sharing of tanks and hanging out with you guys every week and then throughout the week, you know what I mean, in different streams and chats and stuff, I wouldn't have a social life at all, pretty much. So I'm very thankful for this community, and let's keep keeping on, y'all. Shoot. That's right, Latoya. You know what I mean? It's just like daily, daily. Fishy dad jokes tomorrow. I'll try to check in if I have time, George, but I am at work during that time, so it's sometimes hard to follow a stream. But if I have a chance, I'll give it a thumbs up and check in. But it all depends on what's going on. But if there's sports ball on, I might be able to stream. I might be able to stream while I help a brother out. But yeah, no, I enjoy all the late night streams that I get to catch live on my days off. That's really great. Um, but I replay a lot too, so I highly encourage all of us creators, I guess we're called or whatever. Make sure that your chat is part of the replay. I looked at mine. Mine is set up, so I don't know what I did or didn't do. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like to like make that happen. I wish I could be more help than that, but I do enjoy when I'm on the replay. Sometimes, not all the time, but I'd say half the time. I'll turn the chat on too if I'm sitting in front of the screen. If I'm just playing your live stream replay in the background, like while I'm doing water changes and stuff like that, then the chat option doesn't really matter in that instance. Oh yeah, CC, do that, and I'll check it out for sure. See what's going on. Oh, is that what it is, Jeff? There's a lag. There's a lag on when I'm watching it. Okay, well that makes a big difference. That's what the problem is. I thought it was an option. I'm stepping over the camera for the last time. Right, Latoya? I mean, like I was told he was mean. He was not for the general population. So he's in there with endlers and uh I thought there was a female, but maybe I lost her. Um, but I don't think he can breed anyway. I think he has functionality problems. But he's beautiful, and yeah, all those genes are in the swordtail colony that I've got, and that that colony will live on. There's several people that have them now, which is great. And yeah, we'll do that again. You know what I mean? It'll happen. Everything just takes time. Well, I mean, he's a shower for sure. So he's definitely proud of himself.
But yeah, this is my first time keeping swordtails and stuff like that, and I freaking I think they're really cool. You know what I mean? Like I know that they are very common. You know what I mean? I know that they you know, but I think that that's one of the things that's cool about them. You know what I mean? If you haven't tried them, try them. And if you've been around forever and you have tons of experience and it's been 25 years, it's like, hey man, when was the last time you had red swordtails? You know what I mean? And like part of you goes, kind of want some swordtails. You know what I mean? I like that there's so many different kinds. I'm really interested to see Jeff get some green ones, right? He was after green. And I think that that would be pretty cool. Uh, um, I think it would be fun to have a Christmas tank with red and green sword-tailed males everywhere, a sword fight tank, as it were. Oh, I have this to share with you guys. Duh. Um, this is my tank at work. So at least I have a fish tank at work. You know what I mean? So like I ain't mad about going to work, really. It needs a. Here we go. No, no, I didn't get it. It's on my YouTube, but it's unlisted because it's just footage. Um, yeah, I tried to get it in a form and get it uploaded over to here, and I didn't get that done right. So I need the link information off of it or something like that because the video that saved to my phone is not the same format as a video needs to be for StreamYard, which I believe for StreamYard it needs to be an MP4. Is that what the video equivalent of an MP3 is? So, got to figure that out. Right. Yeah. No, commuting is bullshit. I agree. But I do like sleeping in my own bed. So, you know, I go through quite a bit. I'd go through quite a bit so that I could get back to my bed, you know? Sad, really. So, because of the freezing weather, I have not done any water changes this week. But last week, I got all of my water changes done for the first time in like since before Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? So, these tanks are getting changed every 2 weeks, pretty much. And they're doing okay. There's some tanks that would do better with a weekly water change, but uh, holidays and traveling on the days that I don't work have impeded that, as well as my own laziness. Lazy, which is fine. I'm happy with that. You know, so I don't think I'm doing any water changes tonight. So I might just pull duckweed and pull some plants out of tanks. That is true, Jeff. Common fish are common for a reason because they're awesome. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, true. Only Oscars couldn't say it better. Procrastinate. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you guys. I don't think there is. I want you guys to have a great week. I'll see you in the chats and whatnot. And like, let's do this again. We'll do this at 11 p.m. Central Time next Wednesday. Let's call it a witching hour. Love you guys.